Good morning, Team Trilogy. Last week, Rhonda shared some great information about community events and how to host those and invite people into our campuses to see the great things we're doing. And that was a great intro to what I want to talk about today, which is growing our census. Now, growing our census isn't just part of our business, it is our business. It's what we do every day is take care of people, and without it, it's our existence. We wouldn't be here at Trilogy. So I want to make sure that everybody understands the importance of their role in growing census. It isn't just to be left to our marketing and sales team, and I know I've said this before, but I think sometimes we get caught up in what we're doing every day and forget that it is important that we support the efforts of census growth in our campuses. So every morning, hopefully, in this meeting, you're not just talking about where your census is that day or move in or move out, but that you're focusing on where you are compared to your budget, how many vacant units you have in the building. So sometimes our budget is set less than where we are not at full capacity, but understand that maybe there are other units besides just looking at that budget number. And then also focus on how we get to our full houses on our AL and IL. And let's talk about that and have some energy around it and be excited that we can get to those full houses. And that means that our customers are rewarding us not just with great scores, but showing us the appreciation by moving into our campus. So the first quarter of each year is typically our best census months for post-acute, and that's what we call our Medicare or Medicare Advantage, because we're coming into the flu season, people are having surgeries as their Medicare days reset. But coming into the spring and summer, we tend to see a lull in that post-acute census, and that's why this is the time of the year we want to focus on the private pay health center and AL and IL, which is why Rhonda's message about community events was perfect, because we're coming into a time of year where people want to get out, the weather's nicer, and we can host things around certain holidays, Memorial Day, 4th of July, just summer picnics and barbecues to get people in. Community outreach involves the entire campus. Talking about what we're doing, talking about how many maybe empty AL beds we have out in the community, talking to people at your church and letting them know where you work. Also helping with hosting these events. It takes a lot to put on sometimes the community events where they're inside our campus or hosted off-site. So how can you assist? Being involved in campus tours. It's important that when someone's touring our campus that they get a feel that this is a family and they have a good idea of what our dining, food service is going to, meal service is going to be like, as well as the activities they can be involved in. So that involves all of you as department leaders to help showcase the campus when people come in and tour. Ask them if they have any questions or concerns, and definitely before they leave, ask them if they're ready to move in to a wonderful place to live. I can't press upon each of you enough how important it is that we all be involved in the census growth process. Trilogy is doing great things for our employees through our apprenticeships, our wellness programming, and hopefully you've all heard by now about the quarterly wage increase that'll be rolled out in July for hourly employees. And these are investments in our workforce, and we can't have those and maintain them if we aren't growing our census, or at least keeping full houses over there in our AL and IL, which helps support when our post-acute census is down during the summer months. So it's imperative on all of us that we help support this and grow it so that we can continue doing all these wonderful things at Trilogy. Now, to help bring some energy to this, we're going to have a little divisional contest for the summer months. So running from April 30th to September 30th, we're going to track census growth by division. And at the end of that, we'll announce who the winning division is. And the main prize here is bragging rights, because we know how competitive all of you are when we put something into a competition. Our campuses get after it. You want to win, and I know our DVPs get very competitive. But I'm going to allow the DVP of the winning division to decide how they're going to reward their campuses. I'm actually voting for the winning DVP to get into a dunk tank, but I'll leave that to them to decide amongst themselves. But it will be a fun, friendly competition to see if we can get engagement from everyone in our campuses to census growth. And I know we can do it. We have great things going on, and when we put our minds to it, we'll make it a success at Trilogy. So be looking for information regarding tracking on the contest. in Salesforce One. Salesforce One replaced the Census Driver, which is the marketing weekly newsletter that comes out. And most of you as department leaders receive that email. Unfortunately, we can track as to how many people are viewing the video clips that are in there, and only about 20% of those that receive it are actually watching it, which is disappointing. But I'm hoping that with this contest and some renewed energy around it from the DDPs, that we'll see more engagement to census growth. Have a little fun with it. Make sure that you're reading that Salesforce One, and let's get out there and see which division will come out ahead as we move through the summer months with census growth. Thank you all for everything you're doing for Trilogy, and have a great day.